Okay, baby. We got us a Ruger 1022. It's one of those itches, man. I had to go by the state police barracks the other day. I go, and then, they're right next to one of my favorite gun shops. In fact, my favorite gun shop, the only gun shop I buy stuff from, Sherwood's Guns. And they got a 50th, man. Yeah, Ruger, baby. But this one's won some thing, man. Winning rifle, 1022, 50th anniversary design contest. So I get on the internet, man, and I'm just sitting there like going, I'm gonna look at this shit, this, that, or the other, and for some reason, everybody that was doing a review of this rifle was a little green behind the gills. They were a little, how do you say this in counter? They were young. A little too damn young for me to be listening to their shit. Because here's the Ruger design winning rifle. You've got to admire these kids, because they're coming at this shit from a way different point of view than I am. Because I've had unlimited budgets to do this, that, or the other, and da-da-da-da, and we're just wing ting ting towing, baby. Sorry, I'm thinking of a Colbert deal, man. So anyway, I was at Sherwood's Guns, and I was going in there to buy a break apart, which is a takedown 1022. But I was going to buy the real one, the one that actually fucking works, and the one that actually makes some sense, which is the 16-inch threaded barrel model, stainless steel with composite stock. Now, why I was doing that was because back in the day, man, on the other channel, baby, I did a video on the original takedown that they came out with, and they sent me this, there, or the other, and da-da-da, and who gives a fuck, really. And it was a 18-inch barrel, not threaded, takedown. What are you, fucking insane? You should have made the right rifle the first time. But they didn't. They made some shit. They sold some stupid motherfuckers, and then they came out with the real one. Which is cool, man. I got to get back to, the engineers, production, this, there, the other, da-da-da, man. I understand, man, but I got real tired of buying guns that were underdeveloped. And that's the basis of why I got out of doing a lot of gun videos and why I got out of this crap, because a lot of the guns were really underdeveloped, and they were brought to fruition just through some random ass act of stupidity. Now, here's the deal. This is why I love these kids, man. These kids rock the fuck out. They're dumb as hell and don't know what the hell they're talking about, but goddamn, they can make some videos about some dumb shit. But they make the videos, man, and that's the gig, man. You've got to respect the dudes, man. And this is where it comes from. It's like, dude, some of the hardest partying I've ever done in my life, I mean rock out with your cock out, just straight up shit, was with a bunch of Marines. And I mean, we got buck ass wild. Why, where, when, hell, I don't know. But we fucking had a hell of a time. And this rifle is about something like that. Because you got to understand, the last time that I put high round counts to a rifle in a given day, man, I was in my 20s. Motherfucker, I'm rolling up on 50 quicker than you could have, shit on a stick. Because trust me, the date these motherfuckers got from me ain't right. Now, here's the gig. This is a 1022. Ain't it cool? Cool thing is, it's got a Picatinny rail installed. Now, I picked this thing up for less than $320. That means $319 and some fucking cents with tax, baby. It has an Aperture rear sight with wings on the side of it to protect it. It has a front sight blade. It has a threaded barrel with this weird ass coating, which is about, it's like it's painted. I mean, to be honest, I mean, that's not some anodizing, I would hope. If you're anodizing that way, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. As far as your pre-treatment and anything else, and this, that, or the other, I ain't seen no anodizing like that, baby. Whoa, baby, woo! It ain't gonna happen, baby. I ain't gonna happen. I don't know what it means, man, but it's got threaded barrel, so you can put a suppressor on it. 18-inch. Now, if they would have made the original Takedown 18-inch threaded barrel, I would have fucking called it a day and said, hell, man, we can put that thing in the safe, baby. Why is that? Because, it's a little bit too fucking long, but damn, boy. But this is $320, stainless steel. What this actually is the Ruger American 22 rifle. It shares the same stock as it has the modular stock in the back, where you can take out that little thing right there, man. That thing comes out, baby. You put one on there. You got a man cheek rest, man. Monte Carlo style, baby. And that's, it's a cool rifle. My deal is more precision shooting. If I'm going to put 36 rounds down range on a given day through a given rifle, that's a lot of rounds. I'm not sitting there shooting some shit this, that, or the other. What I'll do is I'll take 2 shots to warm up in that given position. Then I'll take 10 shots around this, that, or the other, because that's the way I was trained doing Olympic competition. That's the way I've carried on through. Now, government, military, don't do things that way. But in my own private life, I get to do that. I get to take a target and have 12 targets on it that are the right diameter, baby. Woo! And actually do some shooting. Now, all of the rifles, of course, this year, because this is the 50th anniversary, which is why this rifle has actually been produced. This was the contest winning rifle. And I like all of that type stuff, like that there 18-inch barrel, man. Woohoo! But what actually impressed me is the bang for the buck. And I'll get on here and act like an ass. I don't give a fuck. If you want to go to somebody that gives a fuck, go deal with their shit. But in reality, we have that Ruger American 22, but it's semi-automatic. We'll take those at their Ruger type magazines, but has a piss poor fucking trigger group. Now, the Ruger American bolt action, I really got to get a hold of one now because I'm interested. I want to see what their trigger feels like. Their trigger looks as though it has that safety mechanism like that there Glock, baby! And that there Savage, man! Where you got that there lever, that primary, you gonna push on that lever, boy, before you can actually break that thing, baby. Get her to do it. And of course, we got the 50th year anniversary, all that crap on that markings. And this, I saw one kid explain and describe this rifle as a 1022 comparison to the Ruger Mini 14. Yeah, if hell froze over, it would be. It's just, you gotta understand, these kids, 20s, early 30s, whatever, that have never, done shit, this, there, or the other. This is the way they look at the world. But this is more of a precision type semi-automatic. If it was more of any other type of automatic, it wouldn't have an 18-inch barrel. It wouldn't have this stock. It wouldn't have had this, there, or the other. And we'd be fine. But anyway, this is Guns, Knives, Watches, and I just wanted to kind of get you up to date, baby, on this, that, there anniversary model, man. It's not a bad rifle. In fact, it's a hell of a buy. They say they're only going to make this thing for a year because this is the contest winner. But when you're able to take the Ruger American 22, make it in a semi-automatic format, where it takes that there 1022 type magazine, baby, and get it to actually function. Now, here's some of the things that I've done to this rifle. One, I took 1 pound out of the trigger pull immediately. This thing's had a 6.5 pound trigger pull. Now it's got 5.5 pounds. Did it take me much time? No. It was me screwing around with some springs, man, and some this, there, the other. These are Ruger springs. Could I have changed that there plunger spring on that there trigger? Yes, I could. But the only problem is if it got mud in it, then that's my trigger reset, and I don't want to screw with that too much. The second thing that I've done to this, and none of this was any cost to me, was I sat there, man, and put a light there. See that there, that there bolt, man, hanking the rear, man. Well, this one has a tactical bolt release, and this is a Ruger component too, which I had a spare one off another trigger group this area, so I installed it on this one. These are things that I have to have just to operate. These are things that I have to have because my mind, you know, I'm not smart enough to sit there and go, oh my God, I'm gonna like hold the bolt back and then I'm gonna hold it again, man, and then I'm gonna let go, and then, you know, unfortunately, I'm just not that intelligent. I wish I was. I wish I could sit there and go, I know this gun, I know this, there, or the other. So since I've started using these I guess tactical releases or whatever the hell you would call them, if I hold the bolt back, all I've got to do is, you know, my mind just switched to that. Back when I was, you know, a teenager, possibly could I have done that? Yeah. But I've got too many guns, and that's one of the things that I really recommend. Now, this still has a 5.5 pound trigger pull. Would I recommend another trigger? Oh, hell yeah. If you want to put a 2 pound trigger in it, baby, yeah, we gonna rock and roll, baby. If you want to put something lighter than that, my recommendation is, especially less than 1.5 pounds, you better only allocate that weapon to the range. I found that around 1 3/4 to 2.25 pounds are really what I actually carry out in the field. Those are the triggers I actually use. Can I combat this? Yes. Can I deal with this? Yes. Can I do with all the other crap? Yeah. Am I going to modify the internals of this? Going to work on the bolt and all that type of crap? Yeah, probably. But those are just some of the things that I did. One of the other things that I did is I removed that there pin, man, in the back. That there bolt comes back and hits, baby. Woo! Put one there polymer type recoil buffer, man. Why is that? Because it has an ability to have a suppressor on it, and I hate being fucking noisy out in the goddamn woods. If I'm operating a fully automatic weapon, that bolt coming back on that their polymer type insert, man, just makes a hell of a lot of sense. Anyway, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and these are stuff that I've done to this rifle that really didn't cost me a dime. I already had the parts because I've taken apart and I've done this, there, or the other. I put kid triggers. I've done this. I've done that. Da da da. But in the end of the day, you know, this is what I've done, and I've made this rifle a little bit easier to shoot. Dropped a whole pound off the trigger, which isn't shit when you're talking about a 5.5 pound trigger. And took the tactical, put a gay ass term. I put an actual bolt release that functions. How about that? A functioning bolt release on it. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and have a good one.